Guys. President Ramaphosa lied. This video will expose your president. Don't worry. Take it one step at a time. Now, on about the 6th of July 2025, it was on a Sunday, approximately 10:48 to 11, somewhere around there. A gentleman by the name of Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi called a press briefing. Out of that press briefing, there has been an explosion. At the time of this press briefing, which was the date that I've just mentioned, President Ramaphosa had attended a BRICS summit in Brazil. Whereas this explosion was happening, a journalist by the name of Mkhwanazi had to speak to President about what is happening. The President then addressed them that side, and the President said, in his own mouth, he said, "I'm going back to the country because there is a matter of national importance." Not me, him, here.
The announcement, or better still, what the Police Commissioner of KZN, General Mkhwanazi, said. I was not aware of it, that it was coming, and obviously it is a matter that I will be dealing with when I get home. I will need to look at it more closely and have a thoroughgoing discussion with a number of people, and thereafter there will be a clear way forward. This is not a matter that we should not give attention to. It is a serious matter. It has to do with the security of our people, but it also has to do with our adherence to the rule of law. The police play a critical role in enhancing the rule of law, the safety of South Africans, and that those who have done wrong should be dealt with, and should be dealt with thoroughly in terms of our constitution and our laws. So this matter is going to be addressed.
Okay, so the matter of national importance that the president wanted to come and address was also emphasized by the ANC on and about the following date, the 7th of July 2025. The ANC had called a press conference which took place around 3 p.m. On that press conference, the ANC, through the mouth of Fikile Mbalula, have assured us that the president will have dealt with the matter. The ANC have said this.
The things that you have raised yesterday are matters that are very serious, and we have used the word grave concern. And I've seen yesterday, after my appearance in another television, I don't know whether people don't understand English or what, but they said that I'm criticizing Mkhwanazi. I said, no, he's raising disparaging issues that borders on lawlessness and make us look like a banana republic. If people say that there are syndicates in the police, there are problems, and there are SMSs, those are disparaging. As a citizen, first, before I'm a member of the ANC, I must be worried. State secrets like that, and a general standing in a platform and say, let's fight. I'm happy to join the fight, personally, but at the end of the day, those matters require serious attention, and the president have committed to that. Right from Rio yesterday, I'm answering the forward question. President Ramaphosa answered the question. Right from Rio yesterday, President Ramaphosa answered the question and showed seriousness of the matter, and Sophie Mkhwanazi reported that the president is on his way back. I'm sure he has landed. I'm not sure whether the president is using Kwazi because he's been traveling with public transport and so on, which is a sign of also caring. Because if Mkhwanazi is not in a good state, president could have hired a jet, and we have another headline that Ramaphosa doesn't care about the state of affairs. People are suffering, cost of living, and he goes with a different jet, which cost 15 million to Rio to Canada. But the president sacrificed, because what is important is the cause of representing the country there and use public transport to get there. So I know from here to Rio to Brazil is 8 hours. If the president is on his way back, probably he will be in the country by now and tomorrow. And we have deferred all these matters in the capable hands of the state. And we have said as the ANC, the center must hold. We are not a banana republic. When a top cop, don't analyze what he said. He raises the issues that he have raised, which the ANC, we say they are of grave concern. They must be attended to. We have not criticized Mkhwanazi. What will be the basis to criticize him? We don't know what he's talking about. Because if you criticize a police cop and without information from Luthuli House, and tomorrow he is proven to be wrong, you are proven to be on the wrong side, and the top cop is on the right side, what are you going to say? Believability is important. And in this instance, as the ANC, we are very clear that those matters are serious, they must be investigated. And we also observe and understand protocols. And the president have called his forces that serve under him that they must hold the horses. He's going to attend to the matters. And I've seen the police commissioner also issued a statement this morning. But at the end of the day, South Africans are edgy. And South Africans will always be on the side of those who fight what is wrong, which is nothing unprecedented given our history as a country. We like and we dislike anything that seeks to suppress the truth. And the ANC is on the side of the truth, and that's what is important on our part. So I just
Fast forward. I want you to take two things out of this. President Ramaphosa does not know about this story, right? Take that. We gotta work on that. He doesn't know the story. He's surprised about what is happening. So he said, we said, oh, President, we'll take it. Fast forward, take the fact that the ANC promised that there was gonna be a solution to this problem. This was going to be resolved. So the president said, we said, oh, okay, we get it. We hear. We don't judge. The question is, what has stopped the president from acting? This leaves a lot to be desired, isn't it? I think it does. So, allow me to prove to you that Ramaphosa lied. You will remember that the same man, okay, let me make you understand something here. Ramaphosa lied when he said he does not know the issue Mkhwanazi. He was blatantly telling lies, like the day when he says that izindle zu-1 million zizokwakhiwa la, and never, not even a single one of those houses have ever been built. He was lying like the day when he says, I will build Smart City, when he became the president the first term. He didn't do it. The second term, same promise. I can name it on and on, but the bottom line is, he is blatantly lying. Okay? Park that. General Mkhwanazi had spoken in a platform that no matter what, the president will know about it. I'm about to give you that proof. But what further exacerbates this is the fact that Ramaphosa is lying beyond, like, I don't understand how Ramaphosa functions. Ramaphosa sometimes, politicians lies, ne? We get it. But, find a way, man. Be creative about your lies. Not this thing of lying like the way you are doing now. No, man. Find a creative way to lie. But Ramaphosa will tell you a lie that you will easily catch him up. Now, let me show you this. I want to show you a video where General Mkhwanazi was speaking in Parliament. Pay attention to what Mkhwanazi said. If you pay attention to what Mkhwanazi said, I'm not going to insert even more videos during the press conference, the things that he did to make sure that this matter is resolved. So, I'm going to show you two points that I want to highlight after Mkhwanazi. Let's listen to Mkhwanazi here.
Chair, what made me make a reference on what transpired in this time around to what happened back in 2011 is because, Honorable Chair, in 2011 I was appointed as the acting national commissioner. At the time, there was a matter of Gerald Mkhwanazi that was in the media. And as I said, crime intelligence was too much in the media at the time. There was a case of corruption against Gerald Mkhwanazi at the time, which was referred to the NPA, was in court. But there was no departmental matter initiated. So I initiated the departmental investigation in that affair. And Gerald Mkhwanazi was already on suspension when I was appointed acting. And after that, I then told Gerald Stander, as I said, to make sure, who was a deputy national commissioner at the time, to make sure that departmental investigation is conducted Gerald Mkhwanazi, and also the person who was a direct responsible person for crime intelligence, and that was Lieutenant General Libya, who's now the head of Ops, to make sure that they facilitate the investigation in terms of disciplinary procedure on determining whether there's anything wrong in terms of our disciplinary code. Subsequent to that, Chair, the disciplinary report was ready to subject the matter for the disciplinary hearing. We then received a report from the National Director of Public Prosecution informing us that we must not withdraw the case of Gerald Mkhwanazi is withdrawn because the South African Police Service and the courts of the Republic had no jurisdiction to investigate the corruption matter of the Secret Service account. That was the responsibility of the Inspector General of Intelligence. So in order to test that, we then took the criminal case docket as well as the departmental case docket. We sent it to the Inspector General of Intelligence. And I know, Honorable Chair, is that perhaps that might have been one case that might have motivated or demotivated the Honorable Advocate Kona Barnard, because she was the one who was dealing with the case. And after the case was withdrawn, she left the NPA and she went to Parliament. We then, Chair, submitted these two documents to the Inspector General of Intelligence. The Inspector General of Intelligence responded to us on a departmental matter, because there were two officials involved, was General Mkhwanazi and Lazarus. She responded to us, and that was Advocate Khadev, the late. She then said, there's no case against Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, departmental, but there is a case against General Lazarus, so we must proceed with General Lazarus. But then I said to her, I'm not going to implement that recommendation until she responds to me about the outcome or the comment that the NPA has taken, or decision the NPA has taken on the withdrawal of the case against Gerald Mkhwanazi. I wanted to be clear about that. Almost a week later, Honorable Chair, the NPA, the Inspector General of Intelligence called me and said I must bring back the letter that recommended that Mkhwanazi should not be charged departmentally. I must bring it back because they've studied the case docket and they've realized that the NPA has erred in taking a decision that the police and the courts don't have jurisdiction in criminal matters. And then I decided that I beg your pardon. I said Advocate Bredenbach. I think I used the wrong name. Advocate Bredenbach, who was dealing with the case that is now working in Parliament. when the Inspector General of Intelligence gave us a letter that says the case docket must go back to court, which meant that the departmental matter must proceed, we sent the docket back to court. I personally called the acting National Director of Public Prosecution at the time, and she referred me to the advocate who initially took a decision, and that advocate was Advocate Mkhwanazi. And Advocate Mkhwanazi still wrote back to us, telling us that he has taken a decision to withdraw the case of Mkhwanazi, therefore the matter is closed. So that's how that case stopped, because of that decision. Despite the fact that Inspector General of Intelligence already said that the NPA was wrong. Subsequent to that, Honorable Chair, we continued with the departmental matter as we were authorized to proceed. Subsequent to that, as I was driving home to KZN, I received a call from the same Advocate Khadeb, who was Inspector General, telling me that she has compromised her career. The recommendation that she gave me to prosecute Mkhwanazi was wrong. I must bring that letter back. I refused. The next thing, I got a call from the Minister of Police at the time, who was Mr. Mteto, to his house, where he instructed me that I must not charge Mkhwanazi, and because Inspector General of Intelligence have decided that I should not charge Mkhwanazi. And the Inspector General of Intelligence was present in that house, and she said I gave an instruction of what to write. I disputed that, and I said it's a lie. But nonetheless, I told her that until I have something black and white that you are saying to me I must not charge Mkhwanazi, I will continue with the case. Well, of course, criminal, we can't do anything because the NPA had taken a decision, but departmental, we shall continue. And the Inspector General of Intelligence then invited me to a house where she brought back the letter initially that she had withdrawn that said Mkhwanazi is clean, he cannot be charged. And she brought the letter which she had filed, and she gave it to me again that said, no, Mkhwanazi is clean. So as a result, the case must be withdrawn. Honorable Chair, what transpired after that, it's recorded. The Advocate Bredenbach, Gerald Libya, Gerald Massimola himself, Gerald Kumalo, who's now DPCI, myself, and many other police officers started facing difficulty after that. Especially, I can talk about those in the police. It is on history how Gerald Libya was removed from the SCPS under the leadership of the National Commission at the time, Gerald Pierre. We know how the paging and everything that was done. Myself, Honorable Chair, from the arrival of Gerald Pierre as the head of the SCPS, I sat at home. She did not allocate many posts. She was happy to have me sitting at home for more than 12 months, not doing anything. And it didn't bother me. I feel, Chair, I had done enough. I've gone through some difficult trainings in my life that taught me how to endure. So I just sat there and I told them until they want to make use of me, I'll be available at home. So I enjoyed getting pension payers, taxpayers' money without being used. And to date, there was never investigation about my command at the time, Gerald Pierre, with regard to that action. But I sat at home and doing nothing. And many people will tell their stories. Gerald.
Now, for the fact that Mkhwanazi was speaking in parliamentary platform, what does Parliament do? It invites conversations, and then once those conversations are had in Parliament, where does those conversations go to? Where are they stored? Who's supposed to get to know about the things that are discussed in Parliament? Ultimately, it's the President. The President is lying when he says he doesn't know Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi did not speak or was not speaking on a television platform. If he was speaking on a television platform, YouTube platform, or on a podcast, I get it. He will argue and say, I did not listen to that. Mkhwanazi spoke in a platform that is dedicated to speak directly to parliamentarians, and the President is a parliamentarian. The difference is the position. He occupies a position of being a president. The fact that Mkhwanazi addressed these things on a parliamentary official platform, he does not have an excuse and say he didn't know. He's lying. Second thing, the reason the President has ministers in different departments, and they brief him on local. I don't know how like maybe they brief him maybe twice a week or whatever, but he is constantly briefed. To say that he doesn't know this, he is. Remember that the story, Mkhwanazi gives you the story that he reported these matters and all the stuff to this person. Some of these matters, the minister knew about it. You get the sense of that, right? The disbandment of this team and all the stuff, he didn't know about it. You know what it says? Hey, Ramaphosa'S, what he has done here. If that aspect, the second aspect, if it can be proven to be the truth, it means it's one thing and one thing only. The ANC have to fire their own Minister of Police with immediate effect, because it means the Minister of Police did not do his job. It does not trust the president. It does not trust the ANC because it did not tell the president about the matters that Mkhwanazi raised with him, that the National Commissioner raised with him. How many more of those matters were raised with the Minister of Police that he did not tell the president? So much so that the president doesn't know about what is happening on the ground. If what the president is saying, he is simply saying that there's no way that he should keep the minister in this post, because the minister is deceitfully doesn't tell the president about important matters raised by a provincial commissioner. So what's the point of having the minister? You see, the problem it lies right now. When you say you don't know about it, then we say, okay, so fire the minister, because the minister is useless. Then it doesn't brief you, it doesn't tell you anything. So what's the point of having a minister that doesn't brief you? Do you see what I'm trying to say? You see the problem of lying. The problem of lying. You see the problem that it creates now. The president is blatantly lying. Mkhwana. Okay, let's take this. How come the president doesn't know about the disbandment of the political killing task force or task team? How come? Because that is his project. When he became the president in 2018, that's the first thing that he did. When it was disbanded, how come he doesn't know about his own project? Guys, let's not be fooled here. Broad daylight. You see, in the Klage Ramaphosa right now, I told you guys, is that he owes, if I'm a favors to the minister, because the minister is the very same minister that classified the Phala scandal. He is stuck between rock and what? Finish that word for me. It is difficult. He needs to act. But unfortunately, there's can only be one way to act, and that is to remove the minister, put him into disciplinary action, and remove him from the post. Unfortunately, based on the previous favors, he is not amenable to do that. He wants to, he doesn't want to. He's caught between the rock. He can't come out and say to you guys, listen, guys, this is the problem that I'm facing. This is what I've done. He can't. He left Brazil rushing to solve that problem, but when he got here, on his way, they realized, nah, I wanna let this one. We're not gonna be able to solve this problem. As much as we think we want to solve this problem, some people will have to lose their jobs, and unfortunately, the minister is amongst the people that will have to lose their jobs in this one.